I think that, and I've said this and I've had idiots online criticise me, but I mean it. He's probably similar to Tyson in terms of his stature. He's a little bit bigger than Tyson. Mike Tyson we're talking about here, but he's a better mover than Mike Tyson, like a bit more fluid. Tyson had big deliberate head movements and he moved very, big massive movements which use energy. Moses is, I think he's a smart fighter. He's got maybe the fastest hands in heavyweight boxing since Mike Tyson. I think personally he moves better than him.
According to Carl Frampton, Moses Itauma is a better mover than Mike Tyson. Look, we're talking about a non-proven fighter being compared to one of the best fighters we have ever seen. Now that is a bold statement. Look, don't get me wrong, Moses Itauma looks great. The optics looks really, really good. He's fast, he's ferocious, he's young, he's a southpaw, which is always difficult for orthodox fighters, and he punches hard. He's a nightmare for anyone to deal with. But I just think that the British media might be going too far here. I mean, let's look at his record. He is currently 12-0-0. And if we look on his record, we can recognize Mariusz Wach as a decent fighter. Now, Mariusz Wach has seen better days. He wasn't the same Mariusz Wach that we used to know back in the days. But of course, Moses Itauma had to beat a fighter that used to have a name, and that was Mariusz Wach. And he dealt with Mariusz Wach. And Mariusz Wach was 38-10-0 during that time. And he got rid of him in devastating fashion. And then he took on Dempsey McKean. Once again, Dempsey McKean is a pretty good fighter. Not top 40, but a decent fighter. And once again, he got rid of Dempsey McKean. And then Mike Balagan, the American, who was coming into this fight with a little bit of credibility. Now, not the most illustrious fighter, not the most skilled fighter, but then Moses Itauma had to do what he had to do and he got rid of Mike Balagan. So now the noise around Moses Itauma is getting so big and the praise is getting too much. I ask myself once again, is the British media going too far with Moses Itauma? It is not only the British media that is singing the praises of Moses Itauma. You have current fighters like Lawrence Okoli who have described the experience with Moses Itauma in the ring, saying that Moses Itauma hits very hard, saying that he had dreams and nightmares about Moses Itauma. These are all great things for young fighters to hear and to listen to because it helps boost their confidence. Dave Allen, in a recent interview, gave the alternative view when it comes to Moses Itauma and his praise. And Dave Allen said that we need to pump the brakes. Although Moses Itauma looks great and he looks the part, it is time to pump the brakes and let the young man develop his skill, let the young man grow in the business, because after all, this is the heavyweight division and one punch can change everything. And we've seen this with so many fighters where the hype has been so much that when they've fallen, it's really difficult for them to come back from that. Moses Itauma himself knows exactly how the media works, and he knows that the hype does not mean anything if he doesn't keep winning. This is what Moses Itauma had to say when he was asked about the praise and the hype he's been getting from the media.
Can I ask you about this expectation that's building up around you and what that feels like to be you? I think we've spoken about it briefly before when you've come in the studio, and every time you're introduced by anybody, whether it's Jim White or any boxing person, it's the expected next heavyweight champion of the world, right? How does that weigh on you? How does that make you think?
Personally, I don't pay attention to it and I don't really care, but at the same time, I don't like it only because it's like, let's say I've got an opponent and everyone expects me to knock him out and I don't knock him out. It's like...
You're going to be judged by that standard.
Exactly.
You see, the thing about the British media is they'll take the time to build you up and they'll give you a lot of hype. And we've seen that across the board. But when you make a mistake, they'll tear you down and they'll hammer you. And we've seen that not only in boxing, but in football, what some of you call soccer in America, and in any other sport in Britain. So Moses Itauma is not an anomaly to what the British media does. But I think that we need to pump the brakes. Even if he beats Dillian Whyte, he still has got a long way to go because, as I said, in the heavyweight division, it only takes one shot. And sometimes when the hype is too much, it takes a long time, or it's even harder for a fighter to come back when they experience a fall after being praised a lot in the media. What do you think? Get in the comment section and let me know. Is the British media overhyping Moses Itauma too much? Or do you think he deserves the hype because he looks so good, he looks so great in fight, and he looks like the next big thing in the heavyweight division? Should we pump the brakes, or should we keep hyping him up? Get in the comment section and let me know what you think about it. My name is Bright. This is the Bright Show Podcast Boxing. If you enjoy boxing content, then please don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments in the section below. I'll see you guys on the next one.